praise Yahweh Shabbat Kakadash. This relates to more news. I see the report talking about the Haitian migrants are their immigration status going to be revoked September 1. That was on the report. You had a 3.0 New York, New Jersey, related to earthquake, minor tremors, and a little building shaking. 3.0 between the New Jersey, New York area, Yonkers, Orange County, different areas. You have an air quality situation related to various parts of the country, Chicago, for example. He has a 3.0 magnitude. Points of Yonkers, New York, New Jersey. Showing 3.0 magnitude. Near 10:20 Eastern Time PM. This is in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. Let's continue. Texas House Committee votes to push forward with gerrymandering congressional map. Gerrymander is a nice fancy word for redistricting. That's what that is. You have you had a volcano in Russia. Far East erupts for the first time in centuries. Days after 8.8 magnitude, which happened in the regions of Russia, off the coast of Russia. And plus you have the tsunami warnings as well. Chuck Schumer, Democratic New York, had a meeting relating to pretty much Trump says you could go to hell, relating to, because pretty much he said he couldn't get his way in a matter of speaking. So that was on the report. And manhunt continues for the suspect in Anaconda, Montana, related to deletions. Several deletions related to Montana and Anaconda. That scripture goes into, if a house be divided against itself, how can a house stand? If a kingdom be divided against itself, how that kingdom can stand? If Satan be divided against itself, how can he stand but have an end? So you see the division between the Democrats, Republicans, and the president, man. Just on normal, just like he said, on normal legislation to help what? The people, man. They elected them. Four Cincinnati brawl suspects arrested related to that brawl in Cincinnati. Senate heads home with no deal to speed confirmations, and irate Trump tells Schumer to go to hell. So, related to getting business done, in a matter of speaking. Pope Leo the 14th, tells 1 million Catholic youths that they are the sign of a different world is possible. And basically, he was saying the next generation related to faith and different things. That's what he was talking about. And to change the society, in a matter of speaking. In Gaza, it relates to the famine and starvation. Hunger forces impossible choices as Hamas release propaganda video hostages. Trump announces new tariffs, taxing American people. 35 for Canada, 25 for India. BRICS added baseline 10%. I seen one said relating to still continue negotiations with China and U.S. 90 days. Something with a truce too. I guess to figure out relating to that the tariffs and different things. I see that on Newsmax. Farsight Israeli minister prays at flashpoint Al-Aqsa Mosque. Federal officials open investigation to former special counselor Jack Smith. You see videos related to recession. Talking about what's his name? Richard Wolff talking about don't buy anything for 18 months. And really, if you notice everything, things are going incrementally up. For example, Walmart. It's going up. After a while, you ain't gonna be able to afford to buy stuff there. You know what I mean? Everything's going up, man. These tariffs are going to be the effects from it, man. You know what I mean? So, so things are going to increase as far as different things, man. This is a video talking about related to Putin, his thoughts related to U.S. reposition related to nuclear subs and strategic positions near Russia. There's a video talking about that. Warships on the move. China joins Russia in chilling response to Trump's nuclear sub deployment. Ezekiel 38. These nations are banded together with their respective nations, joining together. Ezekiel 38 is being played out. Joined it and banded to respective sides. You had a protest. It was a protest related to something about against the regime. You can see now in the report. You know, you got people protesting relating to the regime, this Trump administration, policies and what they're doing, how it's affecting people. Different types of protests. You had some here in Tampa, in different areas across the country. That was on the report. "100 nations. Trump feuds as Wall Street loses grip. 100 nations ditch U.S. after China cuts Wall Street ties." Now, this is a report here. Seeing different companies also possibly moving out of U.S. different things. So you're seeing the downfall of certain things, man. This place. Scripture talks about Jeremiah, talking about Jeremiah 50. It's going to be quick. I'll read number 9. For lo, I will raise and cause them to come out of Babylon, assembly of great nations from the north country. And they have set themselves in array against Babylon. These nations are going to set themselves against Babylon. For thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as mighty expert men. The arrows represent missiles. And none shall return in vain. So they're going to fulfill their purpose. Let's go to 51. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul, now cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time the Lord's vengeance, he will render into her a recompense. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. Philosophies, ideologies. So Babylon has been a golden cup, and all the earth has drunken the nations. Read it again, Shalaki. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand and made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. So they follow the ways of the Western way, the philosophy, ideologies, and they realize it's a farce. So the nations are mad. So they turn against Babylon. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. For if so be she may be healed. So if she was able to be healed, she would, but she can't. Babylon is suddenly fallen, destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. Babylon is suddenly fallen, destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain, that she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon. We would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. Forsake her. Let us go, everyone, into his own country. For our judgment reacheth into the heavens and is lifted up into the skies. The scripture talks about that great mighty city in 1 hour without judgment come. It was 18. So that's Babylon. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen, man. All the nations, the allies, even the allies are going to turn against her. 17:16. Revelation 17 and 16. You know what I mean? That's why they're dissociating with her, separating themselves slowly, incrementally from Babylon. Because of Babylon's own doing, man. And it's part of what it has to be. And so this is a few scriptures related to that. Scripture talks about, arise, depart, for this is not a place you rest yourself. It is corrupted, shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. In 18, and Micah 2 and 10. So separate the best you can, man. You know what I mean? Relating to that. The recompense is the judgment that's going to be set for Babylon. You know what I mean? That's what it's talking about. With that being said, I hope this helps relate to information. This is Zaya Wolf. All praise Yahweh Shem Yeshua B'Shem Zaya Wolf, Shalom.